Hello again from Adventures Unlimited. We've already addressed character creation and leveling your new character through the newbie school. Now it's time to move on. In this tutorial, I will be going over color codes, channels, and some things to make your character more unique, such as a race title or your description. First off, the color code. It's pretty basic, and once I show you it, I am certain you will be able to understand it perfectly. There are two different help files on colors. First, help color. If you would like to see the more extended help file, you would type help color 3. This lists every color available in the mud. Now, one thing to remember with color code, do not use it on channels. That's a no-no. Sometimes people do it, but it is frowned upon. Also, whenever you use a color, be sure to end whatever you are changing with the end color code. For example, you see how I put the X at the end there? That's just to end it so it won't run. You can also use these color codes on your race title, and description, along with your pet's description as well. Using Vaeaea, I will give you examples on each one. Just as a reminder, remember that your race title is what other people see before they greet you. You can see what your race title is set at by typing score and looking at the bottom. Alright, so for her race title, I'm just going to do something a little goofy. And then for her title is what people will see after they greet you. And to see what your title is set at, you can just type who and look at your name. Oops. Now to see what your title was changed to, type who. You can also change who you sacrifice to. Once again, to see what you're sacrificing to currently, you type score and look at the bottom. Alright, just to do something really quickly, for example. And there we go. Next we'll go on to descriptions. This is fairly easy as well, but there are a few things you need to keep in mind while typing up your character's looks. First off, don't tell people how they feel or what they think when they see your character. For example, you see a breathtaking human woman before you. Now say a goblin looks at the character. Would they really see the human as breathtaking? They would be more apt to view one of their own race as such and think humans are despicable, not to mention you are forcing the appearance on other characters. This should be avoided as often as possible. You may suggest things, for example, the human standing before you could be conceived as breathtaking by one of her own race. Notice that I used could be, which leaves it open for other humans to decide whether or not your character is attractive to their own, and yet it still suggests she is better looking than average. The point is, don't force opinions of your character. You don't walk down the street, see a person, and then they tell you how you feel about them. It makes no sense. And secondly, try and keep your descriptions short. Long descriptions make it less likely for people to actually read them. Go ahead and make it long if you like, just bear in mind that everyone isn't going to read it. My main has 2 paragraphs, which I have thankfully narrowed down from 3, and my hero only has 1, both of which I am extremely happy with and don't think I will ever change. Here they are just to show the difference between the two. That's Vaeaea's. And this is Zephyra's. As you can see, you can have a lot of fun playing with the different looks of your descriptions. I have seen many designs made out in the text of other people's descriptions, and it's pretty interesting. If I was more skilled, I would give you some examples, but I'm not. Alright, so back to typing up your description. So usually I have my character's description already typed up in a notepad document, as well as coded, which makes it easier to put into the mud. It makes the process easier since you can proofread and edit easily in Notepad instead of having to insert and delete lines in the editor. So to get into the description editor, you can type description right. Quickly, I'm going to enter up all my information that I already have set for her, and then I'll come right back. Alright, so I have everything typed in, and you can see all the color codes put throughout it. And now, one handy bit of information is if this is just one paragraph, you can format it by typing .f. And then you can view it and see what it will appear to other characters or players by doing .s. If you want to insert and delete lines, you do li for line insert, and then the number of the line you want to insert. And it's helpful to view it again to see which one you should delete, and to delete it you do .ld for line delete, and then the number of the line you want to delete. That's pretty much it. And to finish it and exit out of the editor, use that symbol. Now one handy thing is if you want to just glance at your own description, just type description. And there it is. If you're looking at another character and they happen to have a long description, or you just want to look at their description and not what they're wearing, you can use glance. So descriptions are pretty basic. I'm not going to go into much more detail about them because there really isn't much more to go into. Next we'll get on to pets. See if my pet is in the room with me, which it is. It's the wolf. Now, remember you can type help pet name and see all the commands that come with it. The name is what you would use for someone to look at it, like say my pet's a wolf. Wolf, dog, timber, all that, so that they have something to look at, the command word. So, first off, we're going to change my pet's name. And then their short, which is what people see when they enter the room. And the long is what it appears in the room. And then to do the pet's description, type pet name description, and you can delete all the stuff that came before, and then write out your own. You can of course use color codes and everything in your pet's description. I'm just probably going to end up changing it. I'm just doing this for example. Alright, so there's my long. A sense of justice hangs in the air. And if I look at it, there's its description. Now to save your pet name, you do pet name, save. And if your pet dies and you have to buy a new one, and you want it to be the same kind of pet that you made, you just do pet name, restore. Alright, so that basically covers it. Pretty simple and easy. I hope this tutorial helps those who were having problems with their descriptions. Just remember that you can put pretty much whatever you want as long as you are not forcing what other people see. And be sure to try and keep with the times, medieval and fantasy and all that. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you.